Yes, I know, I said yesterday I don't want to go to the studio, I want to do something different today just to relax a bit and free up my mind to be able to be really creative again at the beginning of next week. But there are some things I can't control that I had to take care of. It's now almost 3, the first half of the day is done. I will now spend the second just doing something different. I've actually never left this place this early, but I think it's really well deserved after the past 2 weeks. I'm now here very close to the harbor area that has a lot of nice buildings, but I'm just here to get this hair situation fixed. You might remember a couple of weeks ago Vanessa's parents gave me this gift coupon for a very fancy barber shop, so let's check it out.
Jonathan, ne? Ja, kannst du gerne Platz nehmen.
Jon Sine.
Der hat die Rick Ross da gehabt. Und der wollte unbedingt einen Friseur haben. Das war aber mitten in der Nacht. Ich habe mich jetzt Tag und Nacht angerufen für Rick Ross. Ich wäre gekommen. Er hat gesagt, mitten in der Nacht so, ich möchte einen Friseur haben. Ja, wir sollten einen Friseur. Samstags nachts.
Ja, vielen Dank. Das sieht echt cool aus. Jetzt bin ich wieder ready, um auch mal Sachen außerhalb des Studios zu machen. Alles klar, hat uns gefreut. Vielen Dank. Ciao. So how does this look, guys? Thanks a lot to the barbershop. It was a pleasure. It looks really cool and I've never seen somebody being so fast with the scissors. I've decided, since I'm already here in this area and I really didn't spend a whole lot of time outside, to just go for a nice walk and show you this Haber area that is probably one of the nicest in the city. So this right here is the old Haber. It's mostly just used for sport boats and fun stuff. And right in front of me is the old industrial Haber, but there is nothing left that will remind you even slightly of a Haber. This place just looks so dramatic, especially with the clouds and the sun setting and all of the reflections in the water. And here at the very end was once one of the best clubs here in town. That's the one that got me kind of started with everything. It was at the time the biggest club, called 3001. There were like 2,500 people that fit into that club. And at the time they were playing people like David Guetta, Steve Angelo, Axwell, I think. No, Avicii was never there. It was before his time. And I used to play with them together as an opener, which was just amazing. Just being 18 to 20 years old. Unfortunately, the club had to close after, I think, 6, 7 or even 10 years running. Probably mostly because these guys that used to DJ there skyrocketed and the club couldn't afford to book them anymore. And without the bookings, it's really hard to get 2,000 people into a club. I think now they're just using it occasionally for concerts. I think like a year ago or 2 years ago, I went there with Vanessa to a Robin Schulz live concert with Jasmine Thompson. It wasn't really the best concert I ever went to, but it was alright. I get asked quite a lot how and where I get my creativity from, and I have to say it's usually moments like this where I'm alone outside. I'm just looking around, think about stuff. Also the way to my studio and just taking a shower. These are the moments where I really can think about stuff and develop new ideas. That's really where I get my main creativity from. These moments away from the studio kind of force me to think about other stuff, and thinking about other stuff leads me immediately back to thinking about music. And just see it in a different light and come up with new ideas, and then go back to the studio, use the energy that you got from being outside and doing other things and implement it into your music. I think it's so important, and I completely ignored it over the past 2 weeks. I just worked and worked, and it's really not healthy. I got to a point yesterday evening where I just thought to myself, I need to take a break, relax a bit, and do something different to just get new ideas and just see something else than just my screen with all of the plugins. It looks a bit spooky with the light from below, but that's the only light source I have with me, and I have to say it's extremely cold sitting here on the stone. It's getting dark, so let's continue. I should definitely do stuff like that way more often. When Vanessa's around, I do it for her, but I should also start doing stuff like this for me and not just restrict myself to making music. It's kalt, ne?
Ja, heftig. Frag gar nicht.
Viel Glück. And I'm complaining about the cold weather, and they're shooting outside their wedding pictures. Not bad. I'm now in the city center. There's one more thing I have to take care of that I actually don't really want to do. I got this morning a text message that my Sony camera is already repaired, which is actually really great news, but I want to stay on this camera and not switch back to the Sony, so I would probably just sell it. Every time I'm entering the store, I have to register all of the equipment I'm having with me, and I don't know why, but it smells like waffles in this entire store, probably just because of the food court that is downstairs. And I'm so extremely hungry. I didn't eat for this entire day, and yesterday McDonald's wasn't that successful either.
Geht schon?
Und ich meine, das finde ich jetzt echt ein bisschen scheiße, dass ich hier hinkomme.
Ja,
Ich meine, wäre egal, wer das repariert hat, muss ja gucken, ob es angeht.
sollte man mal, ne?
Display's still not working at all, so giving it back again. I'm not really a big fan of these kind of controllers, but I have to say they really feel solid. Pioneer is making a good job. That's really how you can tell that DJing got into the mainstream, when it's even sold in a store like this. I don't know why, but the camera wasn't repaired at all, it didn't turn on. I'm not really sad about that it's not working, because in Germany is a law when something is getting repaired twice, you have the ability to just get your money back. And that's exactly what I will do when it's not fixed the next time. By the way, I wanted to show you this right here. It's the newest attraction in Düsseldorf. They installed it the first time for Christmas, and I can say it was really successful coming here to the city center. Now heading to my parents' place. They invited me over for dinner, and it's probably the first time I will get something real to eat in the past 2 weeks. Dinner was just amazing. There's nothing better than your own mom's food, and I think you can definitely agree with me on that. I'm now super stuffed as I haven't been for quite some while. I'm just here to grab my laptop and head back home. And look what I found on my desk. I bought it 2 weeks ago, and that's a really nice dessert actually. I always had these as a kid. I always bought them in the supermarket. I'm pretty sure they're also available in your country. As a kid, the exciting part was the surprise inside, and now I actually prefer the chocolate. But the toys also got super boring. This is just a 2-piece skateboard. When I was a kid, there were way more pieces in it and you could really build stuff out of it. But this, yeah, just boring. Can't do even any tricks with it. Maybe you can. I just got a text from a friend where I actually was supposed to go next and just hang out a bit. He is a bit late, so I have at least 1 more hour here in the studio just to work a little. I don't even know where to hold the camera to. It all just looks amazing.